Hi, welcome. It is week 8, and we are wrapping up our final week. This week, you're reading chapters 15 and 16, health, psychology, and mental health and the law. So that should round up what we're doing for the week. Also, you have your final assignment. Remember that your final assignment is due Friday, October 15th by 11:59 p.m. I start grading our assignments on Saturday and turning in my grades by Sunday. If something is to come up, please be sure to email me and text me, email or text me as soon as possible so that we can do this. This assignment is your signature assignment. As you are aware, the signature assignment must be completed in order to receive a grade in this course. So if you come into the course with an A at this point, week 8, and you are not able to complete that signature assignment, you would not get a out of this course. It would be an automatic fail. So please remember that the signature assignment is that assignment. This assignment is the DSM disorders. With this assignment, you will be writing a 3 to 5 page paper describing a DSM-5 disorder and treatment of the disorder in children or a teenager or adolescent. This would be for school age. So please don't describe anyone in adult age. This would be from K-12 grading, all right? You're going to give a school counselor's perspective of how to intervene and manage a case of a student who presents symptoms that you've chosen in a DSM-5 disorder. You're going to use 3 journal articles as resources for your detailed recommendation for a student, the parent, and the teacher. And this also should be included. Your recommendation should focus on the student's academic, behavioral, and cognitive functioning at school. So remember, we talked about this, that our job as school counselors is to help the child function in a school setting. So we are trying to help them become successful within that school setting. One of the examples that we've talked about in the past has been a student who shows anxiety and is failing all of their courses. Of course, we may know that they have been diagnosed with anxiety. So the DSM would then help us to understand how or why that's, maybe the reasoning for maybe it was trauma or something else that caused the anxiety, or if it was socio cultural factors, biological factors, any of those type of factors that could have caused the anxiety. Next, we would start to assist the student in school to decrease anxiety. There's going to be lots of triggers with anxiety, especially if the onset, like if it was a situation, a death, or something. It could be the material in the textbook. It could be anything that could be the onset. Separation from family members could be the onset of some of the symptoms of anxiety, which is causing the student to fail in classes and coursework. So in this, we would talk about how we would intervene. We would not just simply say, I would meet with them 2 times a week and get to know them and develop rapport. No, we're going to sit down and talk about exactly what type of group sessions, individual sessions you would have with that individual, and what would you work on? Mindfulness, all the CBT therapies. You could do breathing. Breathing exercises, mindfulness, being present. What else could we say? Working drawings, art therapy. There's so many different strategies that an individual could use to decrease anxiety. Music, all those type of things. So basically what you're helping them to do in your individual sessions with the student is probably identify which ones of these are most successful and which one can be applied during the school day. Now, music is something that can be applied during the school day. Some of us with the technology, we allow the students to use phones and they can play music to calm them down, to focus, to be able to do that breathing exercises, calm down therapies, strategies. Any of those things can help the student. So we want to hear specific techniques. Again, you're going to use journals to help the teacher. Like, what can the teacher do when she's noticing that the triggers are happening, when she's noticing that the student is having difficulty? Does she allow the student extra time to be sent out of class, to have a quieter environment, to get through the assignments? Does she give them extended help? Would you do a 504? What would be these different strategies that you would use and why? For the parent, how would you guide the parent when the child is at home and they're anxious and they're unable to complete the homework, go places, interact with others? How would you help the parent to learn how to work with the child through those anxious moments? And, their cognitive functioning. I mean, I just basically talked about, now we're talking about a person who's on grade level with anxiety and how we would assist someone in that aspect. But how would you assist someone who's not at grade level and has anxiety? So they're developmentally lower, intellectually lower. So how would you assist that individual in their grade level and helping them through the process? All right. And if they have other things like, excessive movements, maybe vomiting, anything that could stop them from being even more so successful in the school setting. Okay, so that is your signature assignment. I just used anxiety because that's a prominent one, but please go back to your chapters in your book, find a disorder in the DSM, one that caught your attention. In week 6, we talked about eating disorders. That's one, like you're seeing a student who's losing a lot of weight, vomiting after, in class, binge eating. How would you help them? Because they're going to be leaving class and doing these type of things when they need to do their binging. And so that, again, that paper is 3 to 5 pages. It should have 3 journals as articles. Remember, you're going to cite those journals through the paper, showing and demonstrating where you got the information from. And you have 1 discussion board that is due also on Thursday. You're going to do a minimum of 2 posts to your peers, and that will be due by Friday as well. Okay, so all your assignments are due on Friday. All right, thank you for your time. And if you need any help or assistance in the future, feel free to contact me. And I've enjoyed working with you.